again. So Bobby Lee tells this Tijuana story where he claims he went down to Tijuana, got a child prostitute, started fucking her. She started crying. And so then he started power fucking her. And then she cried more. And he tells his story on Opie and Anthony, he tells his story to Theo Vaughn. And then the world changes, right? Me Too movement happens. George Floyd comes out of the closet. And now the whole world remembers this story he told, and they say, that's a rape. We got to get him. And it's been brought up, so he's been worried about this because it pops up, and it popped up recently on TikTok. Woo, TikTok.
I put one of the TikToks in the notes if you wanted to just have a sample.
Yes.
But there was
now, I might not be able to get into this because I don't log in.
So for 3 years, maybe even longer, comedian Bobby Lee has been going on different shows and bragging about going to Mexico and S.A.ing a 12-year-old girl.
S.A.ing. You guys know what S.A. is? Sexual assault. They won't say sexual assault now because they might get demonetized on YouTube and TikTok. So they say S.A. Hey, I had an essay with somebody the other day. What's up, essay? I don't like that there's so many terms for essay. You've got essay as the paper. You got essay as my favorite, the Mexican man. Essay. Here. Yo, essay, you want to come down with me and dirty up America, essay? And then you've got SA, which is sexual assault. These people are too afraid to say it. To me, this is what I don't want. I don't want to give in to that world. You know, we built our own servers so that we don't have to give into that. But you cannot, if you're watching Bobby Lee or you're watching one of these podcasts and they're cutting out swear words from the first 10 minutes of their show so that they don't get demonetized. They're changing words to SA instead of sexual assault. That's not cool. That sucks. And you can't support them. Okay? And they will always live under me. Right? Right, everybody? They will always live under me because they don't have the guts. They don't have the guts because they want the money. So here's this guy who's going to tell this Bobby Lee story. I can't wait to hear this. And it's blowing up and everybody wants answers. Bobby Lee, why did you molest? Why did you rape? Why did you power fuck a child? And we have the answer, you know. I'll tell you this. Here, let me play this first. And then I'll tell you what I got here.
So for 3 years, maybe even longer, comedian Bobby Lee has been going on different shows and bragging about going to Mexico and S.A.ing a 12-year-old girl.
Into the moonlight, and she was crying. Yeah, she was weeping like snot bubbles. Yeah, just snot bubbles. God,
I'm not gonna play everything.
Snot bubbles. She said he was raping the girl so hard she had snot bubbles. Sick. Where this story gets gross for me is when I find out the person he was with sexually was anything other than white. More racism. The other day, here's how I know how racist I'm getting. I was thinking to myself, oh, I can't tell. I can't say that. There's some things you got to self-censor here. Hit the dump button, right, Clydes? I was just going to make something up on the spot, so don't worry about that. And you could never prove what I thought, but it was racist. It was true racist. I imagined Robin Tran going, this is where I say my goodbyes. All right, let's listen to this. I keep cutting this off. Let's listen to this. Opie and Anthony.
I'm not going to play everything he said, but it is disgusting. And by the way, that interview with Bobby Lee was with another comedian, David Chow. And this leads into 2 points I want to make. One is one that I've been saying for a long time. Comedy, stand-up comedy is full of white supremacy and toxic masculine behavior. So as a stand-up comedian, if you don't subscribe to that, you're not going to make it. What? That's why you see a lot of men of color align with this kind of humor. Because they protect each other. Like his buddy, Chris D'Elia, who people in the industry know he has done things against kids and even wrote an episode for him about him. Oh. But all these companies, all they did was take down the episode and not held him accountable. And if anybody goes, you don't understand stand-up comedy. I've been doing it since I was 18 years old. I have over 12,000 performances, and I'm telling you, that's not comedy. That's a confession, sprinkled in with a few punchlines.
Yeah.
I've tagged other accounts if you want to learn more about this.
Okay. So let's see this. Let's go back to Bobby Lee's story. Do we have any time codes? Yeah. Okay. Here. Oh, yeah. 444. Look at our first time code is 444, which was even pointed out to me by the wonderful Jules' dad the other day. He goes, I just saw somebody with 444 tattooed on them. I go, wow, look at that. He goes, is that like he thought that was just from our show. A lot of people think that's just from our show. These 3 numbers. These are numbers from time. These are numbers from the world's history. Nothing comes from this show. Get that out of your head. It's all luck. So here's Bobby Lee. He's with Kalila. You know who I hate on this Bobby Lee Tiger Belly? This guy. What's his name? A Damien?
Something with a G?
Paula or something. You know, it's like a girl's name. Paula. Pauline. He sucks. This guy, you know, we should do a whole show dedicated to the audio guys or producers from other podcasts because they're really the worst people in the world.
Gilbert? Is that him?
Gilbert. And are they all related because they're Thai? Nothing makes me sicker.
Or is that George?
Than Thai people coming into this world. I'm just kidding. I'm not racist at all. So here's Bobby, here's Kalila. Let's go to 444 and listen to what they're talking about here. And then again, coming up today, the reason we're doing this is we're going to find out if today, if Bobby raped this girl, it's a true story, or if it's just a joke story like he's claiming. Here, listen to this.
But I have to put on the real Bobby Lee version on for just this first segment, if you guys don't mind.
I don't mind.
Okay. So I want to address this Tijuana story. There's this Tijuana story that I told on Opie and Anthony. Don't do this with your fucking thing. Don't do that. I told many, many years ago on Opie and Anthony, and you know, there's been an uptick, you know, an uproar about this story, and I've always wanted to talk about it, but the people around me were like, you know what, you didn't do anything, it'll die down. Oh. But I'm always like, yeah, but I can explain it. And people were always like, yeah, I don't think you should, because it, you know, you don't want to you want people to focus on it.
Right.
And, you know, this last couple of weeks have been so bad, I just need to say something, you know, and I
love that. So when I hear that these last couple of weeks have been so bad, that's exactly where I want comedians to be. And a lot of them have very bad weeks, a lot of bad weeks. Luckily, knock on this desk, my only bad times are when I'm sick. Otherwise, nothing really bad ever happens to me. I love hearing that. I've had a very bad week. I've had a very stressful week. And why shouldn't all this free money come with a little stress and a couple bad weeks? Why shouldn't it? You know, they don't deserve, technically, to be where they're at. Most of these guys don't deserve to be where they're at. So I say, that's why. That's the rub. That's what's going to happen to you when you really don't deserve all the money you've gobbled away from these people. Stuff like this is going to happen. It has nothing to do with if you're a rapist or not. People will find a way to make you a rapist if you're taking too much money. It's just the way it goes. So, okay, he's going to explain a little bit here. Do we move forward here? We let him talk, or
he just kind of tells.
I know. I just want to hear what he's saying. Let's just hear a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's easily explainable. And so let's start from the genesis of the beginning. Okay?
I think the genesis means beginning.
But what is the beginning?
Stop.
Of the
See,
beginning?
they're having too much fun. It's too much fun for a very special episode, which leads me to believe they're trying to make it seem like, you know, that's what I would do. Whenever I'm in a lot of trouble, I make it seem like everything's fine. We're having fun. There's flowers. So remember, guys, bits are cover-ups for crimes. Every time. So they're laughing. They're having a good time. Okay.
What's the beginning of the beginning?
Oh, you're right.
See, they're doing tangents here. Okay, Jules, how do we cut to the chase with this?
You can go to like 7:30.
Ooh, 7:30. My old bedtime. My parents were very strict. They said, and this is when I was like a senior in high school, they said 7:30, that's it. That's it. 7:30 or you're grounded. And I said, guys, I'm telling you, none of the other kids. They said, I don't care about the other kids. And I said, okay. Here we go, 7:30.
Because they were like moving the table to freak me out. And then there was a
Opie
man
and
with
Anthony?
a bunny rabbit outfit right outside.
He's talking about Opie and
popping up.
Anth.
And every time I would turn around, he'd be gone or whatever.
What is this?
And also the type of, like, it was, you have to imagine, it's the best comics on planet Earth at the time. You have Jim Norton, Patrice O'Neill,
At the time.
Greg Giraldo, Robert Kelly, and these guys are just like fast, edgy, shocky. And, at the time I was just doing dad jokes and I just left. And I told the guy, I go, I don't ever want to fucking do that show ever again. It's just not my thing. So then the following year, I go back to Caroline's, and they go, you didn't sell any tickets. And fucking, you know what I mean? Opie and Anthony is on the fucking schedule. And I go, what? I don't want to do it. Don't make me do it. And they go, you have to, right? I mean, no one's going to come. And they have a big audience. So this time I was like, I'm going to do two things differently. The first thing I'm going to do is self-deprecation. Because what happened before is like they make fun of you, right? And so I wanted to get ahead of it. And I was like, no, I'm going to rip myself apart. And the second thing I did was, I'm just going to say the craziest shit they've ever heard, because that's what that show was, right? You have to understand it was before cancel culture and the things that we're saying were, you know what I mean, at a high level of shock. And I was just like, you know what?
I mean, yeah, you ate like bull.
Would it be better if I got like a gaming chair and a pixelated cutout of me and just put me right here on the bottom of the screen, and then the whole screen was filled with just a bunch of blurry, junky imagery? Redbar. Mike Redbar said that this is the truth, and that's going to be the final truth. There's going to be no more arguing about it. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this, and this is going to annoy people, I know, but still, aren't we just trying to cut to the chase and figure out the truth finally once and for all, right? Isn't that what everybody wants?
Yes.
That's what we're doing. Here we go. Cut to the close-up. The Magic 8 Ball. Chinese. From Mattel. I found one of these in the back room the other day. I got these all over my house just for situations like this. And I said, you know what? The answer will be on Redbar, and then that will be the answer, right? The definitive answer. So, what should the question be? Because you really got to get the question right.
Okay.
Did Bobby Lee rape the kid in Tijuana?
Okay.
How about that? And this is going to be it. There's no more arguing after this. This is just what it is. Did Bobby Lee?
Nervous for him.
Me too. Dear...
This is fair, 100%.
This is fair. This is as fair as it's going to get, at least. Otherwise, it's just he said, he said. Did Bobby Lee rape a child in Tijuana? And here it comes. You can cut to that close-up. I don't even see it. The world's going to see it first. What do we got? What do we got? Do I have to hold it a certain way?
Oh, you do
I'll
have to
do it
hold
again.
it up looking at you?
I have to look at it. Okay. Did Bobby Lee rape a child in Tijuana? Get nothing here, which is very confusing. What are the rules of the 8 ball? Do you have to hold it a certain way?
Pop
I'm
up.
getting nothing floating up, so I'm going to just wait till the first float up. I'm getting nothing. I'm getting corners. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, the question was, and this is going to end it for good. This doesn't look good. My question was, did Bobby Lee rape a child in Tijuana? And see, I don't know if you guys can see. If I turn it, it's going to fuck it up. But it says, my reply is no. My reply, can you see this? Look here. My reply is no.
Oh my god. Yes, he didn't do it. He got off scot-free.
Scot-free. Guys, I'm sorry. Tell the fighter in the kid Reddit that Redbar said there was no rape. I mean, trust me, that's not the answer I wanted. I wanted it to be worse. I want him to be like, Mike, you have no idea. And then tell me more. He did not rape anybody. There. We could finally move on. You know.
Show you how to stunt. Show you how to stunt. Show you how to stunt. Show you niggas how to stunt. Show you how to stunt. Show you how to stunt.